Hello everyone, so today we are going to present to you our report on strategy analysis and choice. So in this presentation, we are going to talk about the strategy analysis, the importance of strategy analysis and choice, and also evaluates the internal and external environment to identify the best strategic options that we can use for the growth and success of a company or an organization. So without further ado, let's begin. So strategy analysis and choice. So it is the process of evaluating various strategies and selecting the most appropriate one for an organization to achieve its goals and objectives. So it involves carefully analyzing both the internal factors of a company and its external factors. So in internal factors, guys, we're focusing here on the strengths and weaknesses of an organization, while in external factors are the opportunities and threats. So this is to identify the best strategic alternatives to use for the company. So this process ensures that management decisions are made on data and analysis, so not just in intuition and assumptions. So in simpler terms, guys, strategic analysis and choice means studying your current situation, so both inside and outside your organization, then choosing the best plan of action that will lead to growth and the success of our company or an organization. So here, guys, we have the comprehensive strategy, so a formulation framework. So this framework shows the three important stages involved in formulating strategies. So we have stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So stage 1 is the input stage, stage 2 is the matching stage, and stage 3 is the decision stage. So here in the input stage, we gather key informations about the internal and external factors of an organization using tools like the EFE matrix or the external factor evaluation. Also the IFE, information factor evaluation, and internal factor evaluation matrix, and the CPM or the competitive profile matrix. So i-discuss natin to along the way. So let me just introduce the three stages first. And then second, we have the matching stage. So in the matching stage, we combine, here na, we will gonna combine and analyze the data to identify the suitable strategies. So using the matrices like the SWOT matrix, which stands SWOT matrix stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And also we have the SPACE matrix or the strategic position and action evaluation, the BCG matrix, Boston Consulting Group, and the internal external matrix, and then the grand strategy matrix. Then after this input stage and the matching stage is the final stage, the decision stage. So here in the decision stage, we evaluate which strategy is the most effective using the quantitative strategic planning matrix or the OSPM. So next, first we have the input stage. So this is the first stage of the formulation framework. So here, let's read. The input tools require strategists to quantify subjectivity during early stages of the strategy formulation process. So making small decisions in the input matrices regarding the relative importance of external and internal factors allows strategists to generate and evaluate alternative strategies more effectively. So good intuitive judgment is always needed in determining appropriate weights and ratings. So here, guys, sa input stage, kay ka nang mag-use to gather data and to analyze data, we have to use ratings and weights. So naa siya mga ratings like 1 to 4. So 1 as the lowest and 4 as the highest. Pero ang iyang rating kay murag 1 poor, then ang 4 kay kanang excellent. So yung ana siya. So there mag-base ta dira sa iyang ratings. Actually, there are computations here in the input stage where you multiply the weights and ratings para makita ang total sa ang total sa kuan sa input stage sa ratings, then dira ato mag-base if the company is doing well or competes well with the other competitors, both both in its internal and external factors. So here in the input stage, it is all about collecting the information. So it requires strategies to assess both to assess both the internal and the external factors and assign the numerical values, like ayun na nga ang weights and ratings, to make the analysis more objective. So here guys, this helps generate alternative strategies more effectively. So for example is our dental clinic, which is the CastMD dental department. So our clinic is a dental clinic. So daghan jud siya competitors here in Davao, kay tapad-tapad na mga dental clinics here in Davao. So we really have to analyze the external and the internal factors sa amo ang industry, which is ang dental industry, because daghan na kaayog competitors, and that's the external factors. That's the external factors, the rising competition. And then the internal factors, kay we also have to make sure na ang amo ang services nga gina-offer is very quality, so that ang patients or ang pasyente, ang customer namo kay mabalik-balik jud sa amoa, para dili mi pod mabehind sa ubang clinics, so that we can compete well. Kay we all know naman that the customers ang number one nga pinaka-importante sa success sa isang organization. Kay sila ang naga-generate, kaysa lahat na maka-generate og profit, and mao na nga to ang goal no sa ato ang kuan sa atong organization, nga mahimutang successful nga company by generating a high profit, so that natay syempre isahon sa tao, and we can expand our businesses and organizations in the future. So ana na siya guys. So here guys, next we have the input stage. So here you can see the three tools that we use in the input stage. So we have the external factor evaluation, or the EFE matrix. So it is a strategic management tool used to evaluate external opportunities and threats that can affect an organization's performance. So the EFE matrix helps a company understand how well it is responding to the factors outside its control, like the economic trends, the politics, technology, the social changes. So here, for example, our dental clinic. So an opportunity could be the growing dental tourism in Davao, while a threat could be the increasing number of the competition nearby. So diri as AFE matrix, kay ma-understand nato how well ba naga-respond ang ato ang dental clinics sa external factors, like the opportunities and threats, the opportunities and threats. So for example, ang dental clinic, so opportunities like the growing dental tourism in Davao City. So kana siyang opportunity, we respond well by adapting ang mga changes sa outside. So karon nag-adapt mi ko ang mga dental aesthetics, like for example veneers, crowns, mga ingana. So that's how we respond to the opportunities in the external factors. And then in terms of threats naman, like mga rising competitions nearby, we respond it. Our dental clinic naman nag-respond well naman siya in terms of threats, like sa mga rising competition, since kami offer kami ng mga high quality ng mga services para magbalik-balik lang gihapon ang mga pasyente or customers sa among dental clinic, so by that kay makakompete well gihapon may sa mga competitors outside. So ana na siya guys. So next is the internal factor evaluation matrix, or the IFE matrix. So IFE matrix is a strategic management tool used to evaluate a company's internal strengths and weaknesses. So the IFE matrix helps organization assess how strong or weak they are from the inside, so focusing on things they can control, such as resources, operations, employees, and finances. So here sa IFE matrix is very important for us para mabalaan nato kung unsa ang strength o weaknesses sa ato ang organization, kay para makabalota kung saan to ang need buhaton, or where or asa nga part ta need na to i-improve. So for example, sa dental clinic, ang strength na mo kay syempre we have a very skilled and talented dentists. So ang mga dentist na mo kay kanang they are very kanang hawd sa ilahang field. So that's our strength. So syempre satisfied si customers, si patients, so mabalik-balik din sila sa mga dental clinic because of our skilled dentists. However, ang weaknesses naman namin sa dental clinic is the high operating costs. Like mo na siya ang weakness jud sa ang dental clinic kay kanang mahal kayo ang mga gamit, especially like the instruments that we used, the machines, so mahal jud na siya guys, so it is very important for us to identify or to determine or to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of our organization so that we can respond well, or so that we know where we can or how or where ang ato ang need i-improve. So next is the competitive profile matrix, or the CPM. So it is a strategic management tool used to evaluate and compare a company with its major competitors. So CPM shows how well your company is doing compared to competitors based on critical success factors such as marketing, finance, product quality, technology, customer service, and more. So here in competitive profile matrix, dili na to ma-determine kung maka-compete well ba ta sa tuwang competitors, kasi here we're going to compare to ang organization sa ubang organizations in terms of finance, marketing, product quality, technology, and etc. and many more. So for example, our dental clinic again. So always ako example ang mga dental clinic guys, since I am working in a dental clinic. So our dental clinic, the Cast MD, might rank high in quality, pero very low in terms of marketing visibility. So visibility compared to other clinics. So that's how the CPM, or the competitive profile matrix, works. So we're done with the input stage. So now let's proceed sa matching stage. So strategy is the alignment between an organization's internal resources and external opportunities and risks. So this means that aligning a company's strengths and weaknesses with the opportunities and the threats that it faces. So to achieve it can be achieved through 5 interchangeable techniques. So the SWOT, SPACE, BCG, IE, and the grand strategy matrices. So which used to input data to match internal strengths and weaknesses with external factors, enabling the effective generation of feasible alternative strategies. So here guys, we used different strategy formulation tools like SWOT, SPACE, BCG, IE, and the grand strategy matrix. So it is to generate and analyze possible strategies. So the goal is to produce feasible and effective strategic options for the company. Next, so now let's focus on the most popular tools. So the SWOT matrix. So the SWOT matrix is a strategic planning tool used to match internal strengths and weaknesses with external opportunities and threats to develop effective strategies. So the SWOT matrix helps organization figure out strategies to pursue by combining what's happening inside the company, so that's the strengths and the weaknesses, and what's happening outside, which is the opportunities and threats. So here in SWOT, ang strength guys, kay it is what makes the company unique. So unsa ang mga strengths sa company, unsa ang advantage sa company sa other organizations, unsa ang advantage sa organization sa lahing organization. So mo na siya ang strength. And then weaknesses. So ang weaknesses naman is the areas that needs to improve. Okay, what are the areas that the company needs to improve? So mo na siya, or kuan ba karon in terms ba karon sa sa financing, sa costs, mga ingana, or sa marketing, ingana na siya. And then the opportunities. So, opportunities here naman is the area or the external chances for growth or success. Ang opportunities is kanang unsa ang mga opportunities outside na magamit sa organization para mag-grow siya o para ma-meet niya ang goal or success. And then we have the threats or the external factors and the competition. So threats, that is the external challenges or risks that the organization faces from competitors ba or sa environment. So next, here we have, di ba as you can see na upat, the SO strategies, ST strategies, the WO strategies, and the WT strategies. So this is the SWOT matrix, helps us combine these factors to form our 4 kind of strategies. So first, we have the SO strategies. So SO strategy stands for strength and opportunity strategy. So we used the strength of the company organization to take advantage of the opportunities. So use a firm's internal strength to take advantage of the external opportunities. So next, we have the WO strategies. So here in the WO strategies, or the weaknesses and opportunity strategy, we aim to improve the weaknesses by taking advantage of the opportunities. And then the ST strategies, or use of ST strategies, or the strength threat strategies. So here we use strengths to avoid or reduce threats. Okay, and then the WT strategies, or the weaknesses and threats strategies. So here we defend. It is a defensive strategy to minimize the weaknesses and avoid threats. So guys, in constructing a SWOT matrix, so there are actually 8 steps that we need to follow, or there are actually 8 steps that is involved. Okay, first, we have to list the firm's key external opportunities. So ano nga ba yung mga external opportunities ng organization? Okay, and then we also have to list the firm's key external threats. We also have to list the key internal threats and its internal weaknesses. Then in number 5, we have to match now the internal strengths with external opportunities. So that's the SO strategies, guys. And then we have to match the internal weaknesses with external opportunities. So that's the WO strategy. And then we have to match the internal strengths with external threats, the ST strategy, and then lastly the WT strategy, the weaknesses and strength, the weaknesses and the weaknesses and the threats strategy. So by completing these steps, the company can clearly see which strategies they are going to use, okay, and what is the best strategy that fits the situation and the resources of an organization. So guys, that's the end of my report, and thank you and have a great day.